As we get the program underway. First, I would like to introduce the president of this institution, Dr. Richard Brown. Dr. Klaus was appointed the 9th president of the University of Maine at Fort Kent in May of 2002. President Klaus has devoted more than 30 years of his life to the administration of higher education. During the first year here at UMFK, he lobbied hard for new residence halls. The effort culminated in the distinctive 150-bed residence hall, the Lodge, an impressive building that sits immediately behind where I stand. That, coupled with the construction of the new Acadian Archive, marks the largest growth in campus in 40 years. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome UMFK's Vice President, Dr. Richard Cox.
Thank you very much for that. You know, before I start, I think that a couple people have commented to me, and I think I should say one quick word, and that is to put your mind at ease. You are not growing shorter. Or the tables are not getting bigger. We just seem to have unusually short chairs tonight, so it's not you, it's the furniture. Right. I certainly want to begin by offering my congratulations to all of our honorees this evening, and to welcome back all of the alums who have come here to celebrate their reunion. We're delighted you're here, and we wish the very best. We hope you have a wonderful, wonderful evening. It is always a great pleasure for Ellen and I to be here with people who care so very deeply about this institution. This is an exciting time and an exciting year for your campus. Just a month ago, as we were preparing to begin our 127th year of teaching and learning, we learned that the Princeton Review, a national organization dedicated to helping students, parents, and educators achieve the best outcomes at all stages of their educational careers, listed UMFK as one of the best colleges in the Northeast. Now, we knew that all along, but it's an honor that all of us here tonight should be proud of. It is a true affirmation of the campus community that our alumni, students, faculty, and staff have created. One that is supported, I should add, by its community and region like no other campus in this state or beyond. UMFK is the only small public university in Maine named to the list of 224 institutions published in this particular directory of best Northeast colleges. And by the way, here's my visual aid, my prop tonight. This is the directory. This is what it looks like. And we're in very, very good company. Other schools from Maine appearing in the publication include the University of Maine at Orono, the University of Southern Maine, as well as Colby Bates and Bowdoin colleges. Beyond Maine, some of the top institutions in 11 states, and quite honestly in the country, are on the list. Obviously, these include the Ivies such as Columbia, Princeton, Yale, and Dartmouth, and also University of Connecticut and Tufts. Our students, some of whom are with us this evening, are the primary reason that we are listed in this publication and I want to thank all of them who responded to the survey. This particular listing, or this particular directory, is based upon responses that the publishers of this directory received from a national survey they do of college and university students nationwide. So it's those student responses that caught their eye, and they said, wow, we see a pattern here. This place really looks interesting, and that's why we were listed. In a moment, I'll share with you some of their responses that appear, but first, let me tell you that each evaluation has a little box in it where they summarize all of the responses. And in our case, here's what that little survey says, box reads. Small classes, registration is a breeze, Don. Great computer facilities, Sharon. Great library, students are friendly, diverse student types on campus, and to all of you, students get along with the local community. So everybody in the room should feel very, very good about this listing. Now, let me read to you a selection from our own mission statement, which was approved by the University of Maine trustees in June and appears in our 5-year strategic plan for 2003 through 2008. So this is what we set out as our goal back in 2002 and 2003. This is what we said we want to do and we want to become. The UMFK experience provides close interaction with faculty, small classes, and the use of leading technologies to prepare students for lifelong learning and success as professional and engaged students of a democracy. So that's what we set out to do, and if you compare that to what the students said, there you find what for many of us is the most exciting thing about being our listings in the directory, in that it's an affirmation of exactly what we set out to do and to be. So the good news is our listing is not simply happenstance, it's exactly what we set out as our goal to achieve as a community. Now let me take a minute just to read a couple of the comments in the narrative profile in the publication, and again, these were culled from what students said about us. Students consistently praise the Fort Kent campus of the University of Maine for 2 reasons: small size and affordable cost. The tight-knit academic community prompted one student to write, "It gives you an education in an environment that's similar to family." A freshman, far from her Virginia home, thank you, Dana, says, "The professors and administrators made me feel at home." An upperclassman tells us, "Professors are friendly and treat you like friends." Many freshmen are funneled straight from Fort Kent Community High School, while others arrive from Argentina and Lithuania. No matter where they're from, virtually everyone on this campus gushes about the family environment and the secure and comfortable campus atmosphere. The small community of students is described by students as open-minded, polite, friendly, and mature. When asked to describe a typical student, a business major wrote, "A typical student at UMFK is someone who is involved in their school and their community." Note, if you will, the many references to community laced throughout that profile. Our students recognize the strong ties that this campus shares with our alumni and community friends. So we thank you all for helping to foster that wonderful relationship. The close bond we as an institution share with the community is also well noted throughout the 100-page self-study document prepared by the campus in advance of our upcoming reaccreditation review by the New England Association of Schools and Colleges. And here again, my other visual aid, this is our self-study. This has been the work of the past 2 years here on this campus, is preparing this self-study as a part of our reaccreditation. The visit will occur November 6 through 9, and the visitors right now from schools, other schools in New England, are reading this 100-page self-study to learn about us. They'll come here in November and ask some questions to ascertain if this is really the true picture of who we are. And it's been a wonderful work that's been done by over a committee representing over 60 people on the campus and input from virtually everyone who works here at UMFK. I've been reading these self-studies myself as a visitor for over 20 years, and I can tell you it's one of the best I've ever seen. And I can also tell you that a number of my good friends who are at the NEAS headquarters called me up shortly after they received their copies, and they said, "How'd you do it? Yours is marvelous." The funny thing about that particular conversation is I have worked with those folks for years, and I said, "I followed your recipe. We did what you told us, and that's how we got such a good study." But it's a great self-study, and I think it reflects wonderfully on this institution, and as I say, on this entire community. The week before classes began, Interim Vice President Rachel Albert, together with Tamara Mitchell, Executive Director of Human Relations, created a one-day-long professional development session to prepare our campus for the NEAS visit. And I can tell you that as a part of that seminar, every single academic and service department gave a presentation to the rest of us on their goals for their academic major or service area. So every single major, every single academic department stood up and said, "Okay, here's our outcomes. Here's what we're trying to achieve for every student who's an English major or a French major or a biology major. Here's what we think the outcomes are for those students, and here's how we measure those outcomes. Here's how we know when that student walks across the platform at graduation that they really have learned exactly what they think they should learn." And in fact, we've heard an amazing array of portfolios. Many of our faculty utilize a portfolio that follows the students throughout their student career here at UMFK. Others have capstone courses or experiences in the senior year. We heard a lot of innovative and exciting things that our faculty and our administrators are doing to assure that each and every year they're doing their job a little bit better. One of our professors, I might add, is experimenting with emailing his students every night after he gives them an exam. Every night he emails them, asks them, tells them how they did on the quiz, tells them what questions they got wrong, which ones they got right, and gives them an opportunity to come back to him with an email and say, "Well, how come I missed question 4? I don't think I fully understood what you explained to us." And so that same evening that they took the quiz, they get some feedback from the professor on how they did and how they could do better. Those are the kinds of things we're looking at and experimenting with to try to do our jobs as educators better and better every day. The visiting team, as I pointed out, represents a number of small colleges here in New England. The chair of the team is the Dean of Castleton State College in Vermont, a lovely little campus in Castleton. He has visited this campus. He came to see us in April before the students left for their summer vacations. He will serve as our liaison with the rest of the team members and has already become a good friend and a good colleague. We've also been asked by NEAS if we would host a guest visitor, and of course we said we'd be delighted to do so. And so an observer, Dr. Richard Copper, who is an educational specialist with the World Bank, will be attending with the team. He will be observing observing the process in order to see how peer review works in American higher education, to see if it has application worldwide, and we certainly think that it does. For us, without question, the NEAS visit this year in November will be the defining event of this academic year for all of us here on campus. And I think this will be an exciting year for alumni. When we gathered here a year ago, I announced that our alumni and development and support staff would soon move their respective operations into the Madawaska House. As Burnett indicated, that plan is now a reality, and alumni now have a place on campus to call our own, their own. Our long-range plan still called for a new conference center to be added on the back portion of that building. We have always had wonderful connections with our alumni, and our alumni always have stayed close to this campus. We hope that having that home will make it even easier for us to do so, and we look forward to working with you and visiting with you at Madawaska Alumni House. Now let me close with a quick potpourri of information items that I just wanted to pass along, share to you, and share with you. Number one is a business item. There will be a higher education bond issue during the election in November. We do, as an institution, have repair projects for us. Our total involvement with that bond issue is $275,000. Certainly one of the smaller portions, but it is an important portion for us. And so while we're a small piece of the package, we do stand to benefit as a campus. And so I do encourage you to support the education bond bill at election time this year. The consortium, that is the grouping of ourselves along with Maine Machias and UMaine Presque Isle, continues to bubble along very productively. Our three business faculties are currently looking to create a new minor that will be shared by all three institutions. So in many different ways, that consortium is working well. I certainly enjoy working closely with President Cindy Huggins and new President Carl Berger at Presque Isle. In fact, a week ago tonight, last week, Ellen and I took Carl and his wife out to dinner in Stockholm. So we're getting to know them and look forward to working with President Berger and President Huggins. Another note I want to share is that Kathy Peltier, another one of our noted alumni authors, will be touring Maine in October as part of the release of a new book that she has written, Running the Bull. Kathy will be here on campus on the 30th to meet with faculty and a group of students, and a few days earlier, the Maine Women's Writers Collection at the University of New England will celebrate the acquisition of Kathy's papers at UNE, and Ellen and I will attend that ceremony to support our alum, Kathy Peltier. Finally, I will represent this campus and the system along with the Chancellor and President Tacknode of Southern Maine on a trip to France, October 22nd through 29th. We will visit 5 universities in France, primarily institutions in Brittany, to sign agreements for faculty and student exchanges. System-wide, we have a number of exchange agreements, and our goal is to make these system-wide programs even stronger so that a small campus like ours can be a part of and benefit from the larger group participation and the larger group rate, so that we can encourage more of our students to spend a semester in France and to invite more students from France to come here to UMFK, where they can indeed live in a community where French is a common language spoken here in town. So we want to expand those opportunities, and I look forward to going to France to do just that. So all in all, a very exciting agenda ahead. This is an amazing community and an amazing university. I have told you before that I have the best job in the world, and it's still true. Congratulations to all of our honorees this evening. Congratulations as well, I should mention, to the Lady Bengals who this afternoon beat St. Joseph's 5-0. Thank you all for all that you do for this community and for this university. Thanks for your support. Go Bengals.
Thank you very much, Dr. Haas. I just happened to look at my calendar, and October 22nd to 29th is open. So if you and Doug and Chancellor Westphal need a French interpreter in France, I'll be ready to go. From the very inception of the Alumni Association in 1931, 74 years ago, under the leadership and direction of UMFK's third principal and first alumni president, Richard Crocker, the graduates of this institution have rendered service. The Alumni Association serves as a beacon to the university, much like the school itself serves as a beacon to the St. John Valley. Before we proceed with our program, let me take a moment to extend our appreciation to all of our alumni and community friends who have supported the institution with financial gifts over the past years. Your effort in this vitally important endeavor has assisted the campus in numerous ways. As an alumni association, we are especially grateful to the individuals who have contributed to the UMFK Alumni Scholarship Fund through the university's foundation. The current and future generations of students are the direct beneficiaries of your generosity. This institution has always taken great pride in the personal attention it offers students, a factor that was recently acknowledged, as Dr. Cox mentioned, by the Princeton Review, which named our UMFK a best Northeastern college. That factor, among many others, has resulted in thousands of accomplished men and women who have been educated on this campus. A number of those who have accomplished great things have been recognized by the Alumni Association over the years, and tonight we are proud to have some of those individuals present with us this evening. As I call their name, the past outstanding alumni, please stand and remain standing. Vanette King, Judy Hardy, Rena Labby, Mel Labby, Pat Dow, Norm Bunyan, and our past outstanding young alumni, Troy Jackson, and our past outstanding future alumni, Raymond Feeney, Tracy Hall, Megan Foreman. Please give these people a wonderful hand of thanks. Thank you. So much has changed on campus over the decades. The quality of our students and graduates has remained consistently high. Speaking of our students, I ask that our current UMFK students joining us here this evening Stand so that we can express our appreciation to you for wisely choosing this campus community to call your own. Would you please stand, all the students that are here this evening? We are confident that these future alumni of UMFK will continue the tradition of excellence this university is known for. Speaking of excellence, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to recognize some of the outstanding individuals who have both made their mark on this campus and who have been directly impacted by this institution. We are honored to have with us this evening members of the reunion classes of 1955, 65, 80, 95, and 2000. The university is pleased to welcome you back. Would all of our graduates celebrating a reunion this weekend please stand so you can be recognized. As I call your names, please remain standing. 2000, Paula Parsons. 1995, James Flint and Adelpha Field. Please stand. 1965, Dolores Dumont, Rod Medor, Roland Collins, Anne Levant, Selma Chassie, and Keith Ford. 1955 class, Joanne Albert and Richard Smith. We also are very fortunate to have with us this evening a few of the Madawaska Training School alumni who graduated more than 50 years ago. Bnqt, class of 1951. Please stand, Ben. Please stand, Ben. Thank you. And Loretta Melanson, class of 1946. Thank you very much for coming. We hope you enjoyed your evening with us. And among those that graduated from the Madawaska Training School with us this evening is one special alumni. And to introduce this individual and present our first Alumni Association Award this evening is Vern Albert, Chair of the UMFK Alumni Association, the Pop Hoyt Award Committee Chair. Vern?
The University of Fort Kent Alumni Association each year awards one of its own at this banquet with a special award. The Top Hoyt Award is presented to the graduate of this institution representing the earliest class in attendance at this banquet. It is said that it is presented to the oldest, yet youngest at heart among us. The award is named for James Top Hoyt, alumni and longtime supporter of this campus and the Alumni Association. After his passing, the award was named in his memory. Our honoree this evening first graduated from this institution 65 years ago. She returned to earn a second degree 14 years later. She was among the individuals celebrating the 50th reunion, both in 1990 and again last year. Please join me in honoring from the class of 1940 and the class of 1954, tonight's Top Hoyt Award recipient, June Deshane Voisin.
got white hair.
Representing the earliest class, September 17, 205, June 1 in, Madawaska Training School, class of 1940.
I would just like to add that June has attended many of these award banquets